So this is the profile of a student. We're building this for instructors, but Ben was one of the engineers working on this project in the summer. So you can edit your profile here, right? Add your interests, right? Eventually we want to add like a search feature that allows you to find people who have shared interests, right? Or also search by discipline, perhaps even colleges.
Right. Or Scott can type in climate change and maybe you can find
Exactly.
other
so we will be like, it'll be a climate change as a tag. And then if there are other people who are, in that circle, we could either put you together or, so we have different ideas on how we can get people to connect.
I mean, that alone is huge for me. If you can help me find other educators in community college system. Go ahead, Nelson. Sorry.
So once you have your profile, so these are some projects fellows actually have worked on, and they are indexed here. For instance, we have an international film in humanities, course. So here you can learn more about this particular project, the goals with the project. You can also read about challenges that this particular project developer, who is also an instructor, faced while developing, and is to really spark a conversation, start a conversation, and also start from a baseline of vulnerability of things that we all face, right? Challenges, failures, things that we are trying to develop that maybe we don't. So we can kickstart collaboration and can hopefully address some of these things. We have some of the project takeaways now. This is at the end of the project what this was all about.
So the goal here is that in the final version of the platform, this would be like the final page of once the project is complete and the EPIC fellow comes and adds in all their information. Of course, the EPIConnect platform will have multiple stages of the project. Like when they first start, it look very different. This is just like showing you the final. And so another thing that a feature that we really want to add is a feedback feature where you can actually have a conversation with people who come to this platform. So if somebody says, my main challenge is that I don't know how to do data analytics for data that I've gathered. And somebody who may have known can come and say, oh yeah, I can tell you, like, use these resources or something like that. So that's where we really want to, the challenge is we want people to connect with each other and help each other so that what your roadblock is, and then somebody else can come in and help you. And that's where we would connect like that feedback feature so that you can have that conversation online.
Yeah, and beyond EPIC. This would be a course that you're teaching, or maybe a module of your course that you're sort of wanting to share, enthusiastic to share, or still working on sort of refining and are eager for feedback.
We can also envision instructors using this, for example, in conferences, right? To talk about work that they've done, that they've accomplished. They can share a link to this that anyone in the audience can access, right? And start participating in the conversation right away, right? Almost like a kind of a LinkedIn type of view where like you're in the conference, so you're just connecting over this project, and you kind of don't waste any time, right? Like you can get up to speed on connecting and talking hopefully with your colleague. We have for example the virtual study abroad, and here you can find the project leader. So you want to connect with her. She has some of her interests, right? Projects, have a list of publications, right? Eventually you want to make that list a little more interactive, like with links and things like that.
The other thing, if you want to go back to the project, what we want is for them to share their slides or their coursework, or something that is related to their project there. So if somebody says, yeah, I have a Canvas Commons course that is related to my virtual study abroad, then that would be linked here. So somebody doesn't have to go to different sites to find them, like just one place where you could find everything about this particular research project and all the other like publications, books, classes that came out, or even a presentation slide deck that came out of it, so people can find all those resources in one.
Or handouts even, right? For an in-class activity.
The profiles are really built by the instructors, right? and they will share whatever they want to do, and that can be platform agnostic. So it does not have to be dependent on Canvas, because we know how those things go, right?
Yeah, exactly.
2 years, 3 years, community college decision makers decide to terminate their contract with Canvas. Now you need to migrate your course to a different platform. Whereas here you are sharing the building blocks for your course that you can use on Blackboard, or you can use on Canvas, or you can use on even Moodle, right? Or like an open source LMS. So I think it's really important for us to really provide a space for the instructors to be able to share the actual materials without having to worry so much about platforms, because
yes,
we know exactly what happens when decision makers decide to make campus-wide decisions that impact everyone, right?
Really about just sharing pedagogy, sharing great ideas, and ultimately passion, right? Which is certainly what we have, but also what every EPIC fellow and every community college educator that we've spoken to